Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can
All
hear.
right.
How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing
Yeah.
good.
Okay, let's get started. So, it looks like Mabruk already went ahead and took care of the service exception, for the get start expression, right? Let's just take a look at his
Uh,
PR and then we can discuss what to do next. Okay, so I think let's see here. Let me start Visual Studio here real quick. Easy regex. And here's GitHub. I think that's what he did. Let me just double check and just make sure. Here is here's the screen. Let's go to GitHub and here is easy regex. Here's a PR that's open. Uh didn't function with Harmony. Do not change enhancement. So this is his contribution. So he basically went and said, okay, there's the all the changes that needs to happen here. Do not merge, and then he put enhancement. I think he discovered tags in here. No, he did great in here. Basically put all the little details in the um in the PR. Let's take a look at it just to make sure things look right. And then we can move forward. Like we can move on because now we fixed the problem. Now the problem that it required innovating an entire thing, but we fixed the problem. So let's see here. So we don't need these logging brokers. It's a library, so it doesn't need any logging in it. What is iExpression? There's a lot of things in here. Okay, let's pull that branch and just fix it together. What do you think about that? Let's go
sure.
here. Here is the let me revert everything. And then let's go to Visual Studio. Here we go. And let me get rid of the garbage. We don't need any of that.
Speaking of libraries, I actually did a pull request for internal mock, and
Oh,
I
you
kind
did? Let's take a
I
look.
kind yeah I kind of noticed that for when it comes to libraries, I mean, yes, the project structure is still the same, but
Mhm,
I feel like there's some caveat to it. I kind of follow along as much as I could. That's why
mhm.
I was kind of I wanted you to review it because I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm still following that standard approach of things.
let's take a look at it. So we wanted to add validations, right? So it's
Yeah,
pretty much the same local exception, a higher level exception. So I have invalid method name exception, reflection, validation, error uh, occurred. Please can. Why don't you say so instead of this, you want to say invalid reflection exception, and then you add in the property names in there.
yeah. I was thinking of that at first, but
Mm.
since we only have like only one structural validation piece to validate, that's the only reason why I did it like that. But if I need to follow in that particular way, then I can do that.
Because you're passing the type as well, right?
Yeah,
And we need to validate that this type, can the type be null? So let's see if I have a type, right?
well, actually, I actually follow along the errors that the broker would throw. So in this case, it would be, well, yeah, like for example, if the broker would do the get method info or whatever it would do, then that's why I was trying to look for those exceptions though, so I can then validate before going through the broker.
Yeah, and that's the point, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, the method itself is not the only input, and it's
Mm,
not really a model. It's a primitive type and another primitive type, right?
okay.
So I would um I would just say invalid reflection exception
Hmm.
and start adding the little pieces in there. Just like how we do this little business rules engine. We are
Okay.
going and adding, the value just like that.
So not just for the primitive type, for also any input that's coming in from that service.
That's
Okay,
right.
gotcha.
So, okay, so there's that piece. And then, just tiny things, new line before return, because return needs to have its own line. Um,
Okay.
that that's there. What happened? What? New line before this code. So this is add comment, and then also reflection service. You can say is null,
Oh,
right? So it's that guy. And then what else we have? You have invalid method name exception. And we also need to handle the service exception, right? So there's a missing part in here. We also need the service exception.
yeah, because the issue only mentioned validations and handled the exception for a validation, unless
Oh,
it
that's
was.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's included as well,
was
since
included.
it's,
Sure.
yeah, that's included. And then reflection validation error occurred. Please fix the issues.
My
Please
grammar.
fix issues and try again. Fix errors. Try again. That works too. How long is this guy? This guy is 112. And then method name null. Yeah, this is very straightforward. Um, and since you're writing code here, add your name here. Add your name in here as well. So copyright Hassan and Ricky. And
All right.
Mabruk, right?
I'm broke. All right.
Okay, cool. Um, okay. Um, I don't know okay, so this is done. Is my cam frozen on your side too?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
What happened there? That's weird. Um, but my voice is still coming through. You can hear me well, just fine. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I can fix that real quick. Um, so yeah, so we need to, yeah. Thanks for doing that. Because I've been trying to kind of find time to yeah, like, okay, we have the POC and it works, and now it's embedded in OData Neo. Like it's now fundamentally part of the OData Neo project. So we want to make sure that, if we're gonna do it this way, then we should probably, kind of finish up what we started. This is what I like about software. You could roll out some changes incrementally and just make sure that these incremental changes are um, you're declaring and saying intentionally saying this is a beta. I want you to know that this is a beta, and it's going to be a beta until we cover all these edge case scenarios, right? So you're basically rolling out and hitting the market as soon as fast as possible without having to worry about, waiting for everything to be done. So I'm really happy about that. I think that's all right. Let's go and see what Mabruk did. Mabruk had few things that we need to look at, right? So let's see here. So I think the branch that we're on is the same branch, I think. Let's see. Or maybe he did a different branch. I want to see what he did. So this is expression service, expressions. It's definitely not this branch. Let's see what we have here. Do we have Mabruk here anywhere? So this is Mabruk, mock private, try catch, POC, and then POC. So these are all POCs. Where is his code? Let's go back here and see where his code is at. How's your day going, Ricky? Ready for the weekend?
Oh yeah, I actually took it off for tomorrow and Monday because it's my wedding anniversary. Oh,
Woo!
it was actually today, so we're gonna celebrate for the weekend. So yeah,
My man.
yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to town. It's happening. How many years have you been married?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, four
I
years.
don't know if you need a celebration or a prayer. We need something.
That I survived. Yeah.
You're still here. See, that's the kind of, I think that's why you've become a software engineer. You're patient. Anyway, no, I'm just messing with you. So let's see. This is a different branch. Okay, so Mabruk said mock private try catch. And then he took off a branch out of the branch. Copyrights are missing. Tabs are all over the place. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Is the commit history at least? Infra.net tests infra. Okay, we need to sit down with Mabruk and tell him how we do our commits. Mabruk, I appreciate your effort, but yeah, we need to talk, okay? It's gonna need to be reverted, some of it. Do you wanna take on that, including the internal mock in our code, or should I do it?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot.
Let's go.
What's the worst that can happen, right? Let's see. It was Mabruk private try catch, right?
No, take the branch that you and I started originally, which is
Oh,
users
expression
has
start.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, gotcha. All right,
All right, let's do it.
all right. Let's go. Let's go to town.
Mutant Teenage Ninja Turtles.
All right. So I'm guessing we don't have the internal mock package installed, right?
Nope, I
All
wouldn't
right.
think so either.
Internal mock. All right. Let's go.
We're live. We're live with 81 downloads.
Oh wait, we're actually live. Oh,
Yeah, it's right there. Oh, you mean the record? Yeah, we're
yeah.
live. Oh, we are also live.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, this is an extension method, right? So it
Mm.
would be
Let's go to your logic first. First thing, go to your logic, and then just add a new function that returns that caret, and call it get caret. Like create a private function in here and just say private string get caret. Carrot, right? Carrot. Or is it carrot? Can you double check real quick? Maybe you're right.
I again my grammar could be bad, so I'll
My
check.
grammar is probably worse. It's not just you, brother. So I think
Caret. Let's see. It's a called caret symbol. Yeah, it's how I wrote it surprisingly, and I was
you
thinking
were
it
doing
was
it
like
right. Okay, yep, yep. Don't take an Arab guy advice for grammar again. You're fine. It's
and
an
I
Arab
thought
guy trying to lead a Hispanic guy, the blind leading the blind. Just you're just sitting there.
wow.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's so call this function internally in your get start expression.
Yeah. So it would be in the when, right? Or
No,
in the
no.
given.
Go inside get start expression first
Oh.
and just call that function. Just say get caret.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Oops. All right.
Okay. Now let's mock this guy.
I
This is
think I
what
see what you're going to want to do here.
yeah, this is
Okay.
where the magic is, my brother. Yep. Mm.
So this is the question I was going to ask you. So it would be What happened here?
Wow, that's the most musical
Error.
error message I've ever. What was that?
So
Da, da, da.
I don't know
Kernel
if
panic. Go ahead. Go.
I don't know if was you or somebody that was talking about this, that you can do like musical note, like no music
Oh, like beep.
yeah, with the unit test and with any error that comes in Visual Studio. So I actually play along with that. I didn't know it would work, so here it is. Anyway, um,
So,
okay, so where would I
so
where would I put this?
we need a new test, right? We need to write a test that will say, hey, a service exception would be thrown.
Okay, so would I then would need to create one for exception,
Yeah,
right?
dot exceptions. That's correct.
Gotcha. All right, what happens? All right, exceptions. Let's open this guy on. And I would just go should throw service service exception if service exception is thrown and we don't log because it's a library. Okay, so all right, let's go expected. Okay, let me just start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, um, some message. We have random message here.
I don't think you need a message. Just say var exception equal exception. New exception.
All right,
Wow, that was a Java move that you just made right now. What was that?
what I had done? I didn't know what I was doing.
No worries. Let's pull the.
All right,
uh
so got exception.
And then we need um, a failed expression service exception. In
Which
fact, actually, you don't need you don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
localize, right?
yeah, but because there's no logging, we're not actually doing it this way. You need, however, the you need to write expression service exception. Just define expression well, hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, remove that line and just set the mock internal mock. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Yeah, remove that line and just set the internal mock. So this will be this dot service.
Yeah, that's what the extension, right? So it'll be
Yep,
uh
yep. Keep going and pull the library. Mhm.
yeah,
And then we wanna take a new line and just say method name and set up that method name, which is get caret.
gotcha. Yeah, carrot.
Hmm. And then we want it to throw an exception, right? You still want to take to the next line and say throws, right?
Uh, what
No,
I would do
in
the
uh,
assert, right?
no, in the mock, you still want to say throws, right? Because we want it instead of
Right.
it returning a value. Yep.
Gotcha.
And then put that exception in there. Done, right? And now we just want to execute. So put the action, create an action and put that call for the action in there. Yep. So this is what get start expression.
Yeah. Start expression.
Yep. Equal close parentheses, fat arrow, and then call the service underneath with the method name.
Uh,
This dot service.
sorry, kind of lost it there.
Mm,
Gets an expression.
yep. And then take that action and validate that it's throwing an expression service exception.
What was the
Expressions,
name? Expression.
expression service exception. Of course, we don't have that yet, so you're gonna have to define it, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okie dokie. Uh,
Okie dokie, ratachoki. Need
so I guess
models. Mhm.
yes. This was one of kind of the questions that I was having doubts when I was working with internal mock. So we still would create model folders even though we don't actually have the models, though, right?
If you don't have models, then you didn't need a model folder.
So it's
Oh, you
just
mean
exception.
because of the
Yeah.
exception is a model. It's a data carrier, I promise.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
That's
the exception is so much so a model.
so we got models, and we would
Mm-hmm.
create an expression folder, right?
Yep.
Expressions folder, and then expression service exception. All right.
Okay.
I guess move this up a bit. Exceptions. I would do exception, inner exception,
Mm-hmm.
base message, um, expression service,
Okay.
error occurred. Um, please contact support, right?
Yes.
And then
Yep.
it comes in the inner.
Exception. Yep, that's right.
All right.
How long is this line?
I will verify. 108.
Yep. Take away that semicolon, and that one is done. And only one tab after the base, and move the colon to the next line.
Sorry. Let me just start with this.
Yeah, bring that colon to the next line. Do you see that colon after the constructor input parameter? Bring
Yeah.
that colon down to the next line. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Put
And
it
then
here.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Done. Okay, so this guy is done, right? Now we need. That's it. Did you do the failed expression exception yet?
Ah, no. I will do it right now.
That's great.
Wait, I thought we didn't need it. Or do we still need it,
We
though?
do. We
Oh,
do.
yeah, because then we need to verify with the
Yeah.
intercept.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Failed expression service exception. Did I write it right? Yeah, okay, yeah. I would do exception up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's just tour, and then exception, exception. Oh,
Why is your tab jumps way far like that? No, there you go. You're fine. You're,
yes.
you're just you're just you're just going too fast for Visual Studio. That's what it is, and I think that's
I
okay.
don't think I'm going fast enough, though. You guys. Anyway, uh,
No, you're fine.
failed expression service.
Service error occurred. Contact support. That's it.
Please contact. Right. And then,
Don't forget to channel the inner exception and that failed
oh,
expression exception. Mhm.
you're right.
Okay. Now, okay. Now, just control period, pull that guy in, throw the method inside.
It's
Yep, this guy is done. And then assign an exception outside of the throws. So throws returns the actual expression, all of it. So create
uh,
a variable out of this guy. and just say expression service exception,
Got
expression service exception. And we want to say assert true
true. I think it
and
was expression service exception dot inner exception is
yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
need to think about something for that. I need to find a way to say same exception as and bring in that func expression. We'll try something out together in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy should fail.
Let's hope so.
Let's see.
All right. Oh, let's just run it all. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Cookie, cookie,
Oh, you can still
cookie.
hear them.
Oh yeah. These guys, we should get a reimbursement from Astro and tell them you guys your brand cannot beat the cookies.
Cannot
Cookies.
cancel out that noise from them.
Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, not even close. Okay, yeah, just run that guy. Let's see.
Yeah, I think something happened.
Wait for it.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, give me that guy.
Yep.
Perfect.
There you go, brother.
Okay. All right. So okay, so now it's my side, right? Number one thing, you need to teach me how to write code. You can't. I need to figure out what's an IDE and what's C sharp and what are you up to? You're writing too fast for me, Ricky. What's that all about? Huh? What do you think about
Uh,
that idea? Huh?
I don't know. It could be one of those links that you sent me to improve my typing.
All right. So okay, so let's sync up and let's pull that failing test real quick.
Or I just
Okay.
could be in a good mood.
Yep, that works too.
Yeah.
You gotta be in a good mood and then you gotta write some code, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's run this. Why does this have six tests? Where is six tests coming from? What? What is this guy? Delete me? We still have delete me in here. Let's throw that guy out. And then let's run again. Yeah, it should be just these two, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
That was weird.
Right. Let's see. Okay.
I noticed that we also have the internal mock PNG file there. I
Oh,
think that
why
has
is
I think that has to do when we install the internal mock
yeah,
package.
yeah, when I tried to pull
Yeah.
the thing. Okay, so this is that. And then I can go in here, Ricky, and I can go and say, okay, then I need a try catch
Yeah.
in here. And this try catch will have the fat arrow, and I can do this. Man, I love this library. It's perfect. It does exactly what I want it to do. Exactly. So expression service dot exceptions. There you go. And this guy will be partial. That's great. And then in here, I can go and say, um, so that let's take away the I expression service, and then you want a delegate, private delegate, something that returns a string, and then we can go and say returning string function like this. I can go and say private string try catch, returning string function. There we go. And then we can go like this and say returning string function, and we're taking that exception and we're wrapping it. So failed expression service exception equal new failed expression service exception. And here's your exception right here. And this whole thing is throw new expression service exception. We're playing with fire here because the um, the word expression is super overloaded. There gotta be 50,000 things. Like expression itself is a model
Yeah.
in C sharp. So what's that all about? You know what I mean? So, okay, so this is
Oh,
this. Go ahead.
beforehand, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I think we were supposed to call the clear other call method.
Ah,
Yeah, that was my bad.
no worries. So this is this dot expression service clear.
No, I think it was.
Oh,
Is
that's
it? It's in the
no,
exception one.
that's the logic. I need to go to the exceptions, right? So
Yeah.
this is this dot service clear other calls.
Yeah.
I wonder if clear other calls is the one that's actually causing. Is it the one actually causing the bug? Let's see.
With the duplicate unit test.
With affecting multiple unit tests.
Ooh. That,
That could be the one. So this is what this is get caret try catch. This guy is saying null reference exception. So why null reference exception? Because let's see, where is it pointing? So this red guy should expression service mock get caret. Get caret needs to be private static function because it's
all
a
right.
dependency.
Yeah. That little detail there.
Done. And we need to have it support private methods, not necessarily always private static, right? But
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
but if you make it only private, not static, that means it's calling a dependency at some point in time, or at least a private class member. There is something static somewhere that it relies on. That's why I made that choice. But we can always kind of, improve it. Now, my real question here is, if I do this and if I run this, does it actually leak onto other tests? Yeah, see, so you really need that guy. You need to unpatch.
Hmm.
If you don't unpatch, it will affect other tests. You know what I mean?
Does it give out the proper like error messages?
Mhm.
Like okay. Yeah.
So if you don't clear out this happy path that we're running, will say, hey, I threw an exception. Like, look, this guy will say I expected a result, but you threw an exception because the patching is still here in place.
Hmm.
So we need to patch, run the tests, and then unpatch. This is why clear all other calls, like clear for all other calls.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, let's see, should throw service exception on get start, right? Because we're gonna have many, many functions.
Hmm.
If if exception occurs
You forgot to see.
like this. Okay, let's rebuild this real quick. Let's run all these real quick. Okay, so this is done. Now I can go back here and say, okay, this is a pass. Now I want to clean this up a little bit. Like I don't want to do this assert true whatever that
Hmm.
we're doing in here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I want to say same exception as, and it will examine, the exception based on the outer inner exceptions,
Yeah. It could work. Yeah.
right? So what can we do? We can go here and say, here is here's a function, and this function will say uh, um, mm, assert private void assert exceptions are same, and then you have an exception which is a oh, we're not using the library exceptions in here. Let's see, models, exceptions,
Uh,
exception.
at least for the service one, we just use the regular exception.
Okay, we need the failed service, the service, the failed service should take exceptions, so it should inherit from exception. So if you go into this guy should take from exception like this, right?
Mm.
And
Oh,
this expression service, it will mandate something that implement exception, which means that this guy as well should be the same thing,
okay.
right?
Yeah. In that case, yeah.
So that's this guy, and then okay, you're 113. It's not too bad. There you go, Control KD. There you go. And then let's see here. So this is good. I want to write a function. Assert exceptions are same. So this is as soon as we start building the solution, it's gonna copy those over. So if I do this, and if I do control rebuild, it's gonna copy that exception model over. So now I can go here and say, yeah, there it is. So this is actual exception, and this is expected exception, something like this. And we want to basically go say, we need to find an artistic way to do about this because in the previous one we rely on the logging, but there's no logging here, right? You don't need any logging here because it's not a service, it's a library, right? So libraries might produce logging. I don't know. There might be a potential there. But for now, it's just a library. So I want to go here and say, um, let's see. I'll do multiple assertions. So I'll say actual exception dot message should should be equivalent to expected exception dot message.
Yeah, because in the original one, we always validate the messages and the inner data one, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Inner exception dot message should be
Yeah, and inner one. Yeah.
equivalent to inner exception dot message. So that's the other one. Why are these guys complaining? Let's see. Let's hover here. Exception is not null here. Ah, that really nice thing that's doing thinking for me. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So inner exception message, actual exception, inner exception message. So these messages are the same. And we also want to verify that that also they are the same type, right? So can I actually go and say actual exception dot type should be expected exception dot type. So even if the message is the same, that's not enough. I want to validate that part as well.
Okay.
And then the same thing in here, I want to say actual exception dot inner exception dot get type. Actually, yeah, I got type get type. Um, should be equiv oh just be expected exception dot inner exception dot get type like that. So that should kind of do the trick for us.
So you just want to see if the categorical and the local exceptions are basically the same still.
The right types, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why would I mean, I don't think we need that one because you're already validating that when you retrieve the exception itself. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we need that. But the one that we would actually need is, see, you're already saying this needs to be expression service exceptions. You don't need that one. But what I need is that to go here and say assert exceptions are the same, and here's your actual exception, and this should be expected expression service exception. So this is actual expression service exception and expected expression service exception. I want to go here and say go actual
Yeah.
expression service exception like this. And I also want to go here and say var failed expression service exception. Failed expression service exception. That takes the exception. And I also want, yeah, that's it. That's the guy. So we wanna validate that in that exact order. Where's my expected? Expected expression service exception equal new expression service exception with failed expression exception, just like
So
that.
so we still need to do the setup
Yes,
for
yeah, of
expecting.
course.
Yeah.
The only difference is that the mock, we found out a way to mock around this guy.
Mm.
So now that makes me much happier because in here I'm basically saying, I want to validate every single bit and piece of this, which means let's try to trick it. Let's see if our assumption is actually true. If I go here and say, I'm going to copy this exact same message in here, that exact same message right here, and I'm gonna try to trick the system, right? So I'm gonna go here and define like my own little class, public class, different failed expression service exception like this. And this guy also will inherit from exception. And in the constructor, I'm gonna steal the exact same message. So this guy will say base message, right? And it takes inner exception.
Okay.
And here is your exception, right? So this is me trying to trick and see if it's actually checking for the type,
Yeah.
right? So instead of this, I'm gonna put that guy in there. So instead of this guy, I'm gonna put this guy in there. Technically, this test should fail. If it fails, then Hassan is happy. Finally, he found his happiness. Boom. Love
Oh,
it. The other
nice.
one failed because the mock failed and it wasn't able to unpatch. That's another problem that we need to think about.
Yeah.
So it failed and it couldn't unpatch, and we need to fix that, right? But anyway, it's beta, right? So we have some work to do there. You and I should do a session where we just close all of the internal mock open issues. Do you want to do that with me? Are you interested in doing something like that?
Yeah. You can go for
Okay.
it.
Can pull my brook as well so he doesn't get mad at us. Be like, you guys, what is this, you guys? I didn't think we were gonna play like that. Okay, so here, this is guy, this goes in here, this guy goes like this, and this guy is pass like this. I'm gonna push all of this upstream. Let's take a look at the PR. Let's take a look at the PR here. Here's easy regex, PR, and then you have, is this our, yeah, there it is, foundation, get start expression, or something to that effect. We should call it retrieve start expression or something like that. But let's just take a look at the code and see what we did. Because it's a library, and we might probably roll it out really soon. I don't expect that library to be running on .NET 7, but let's just see here. So this is deleted. I think we're good. Did you see how they start changing the color of nested
Yeah.
things so it doesn't hurt your eye? I thought that was pretty sweet. I expression service done. Expression try catch failed. Yeah, I think it's perfect. We're ready to go. What do you think? Should we do it?
Let's go
I
for it.
think, yeah, I think Mabruk also he added I think he added the pipeline build in here. So we'll wait for that to finish and then we'll merge in. So next session, you and I, we jump into the next, expression thing, that we need to work on, right? Whatever that thing is, we need to jump on that and kind of figure it out. Um, and hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to finish up this library really fast because I can't think of any other impediments that could get in our way.
Aside the one that we solved.
Yeah, except for this one that we already solved. See, we're creating our own tools. People say you're eating your own dog food. You're using your own tools and testing your own tools to make sure that they actually work. And while we're testing these tools and playing around with them, this is how we're gonna find out whether they are effective or not. That's why our tools are very good because you this restful sense. How many times have I tried it? I use it all the time. I was just, showing a bunch of engineers how to test drive, API calls and stuff like that, and I had to pull in RESTful sense. And the good thing is that every time you kind of reference a particular library, people go run and see what this library is. So automatically it's doing its own advertisement. If you build
Yeah,
a great product, it'll do the advertisement for itself. It's like the Teslas, You're gonna have to go. Have you ever seen an ad for a Tesla? The product is already marketing itself. There's no money going into marketing for this one you know. Anyway, thank you so much, Ricky. I appreciate you today. This was fun.
yeah.
And let's keep the journey and let's see if we can get Mabruk to jump in. He kind of went kind of completely 404 on us, you know, for a
I
couple
mean,
of nights now.
he was ready last time, but yeah.
He
Hey,
was on time last time. We're the ones who bailed on him. Is that what? Yeah, I bailed on everybody. Okay, thank you guys. And for people watching us, if you found anything that, we can improve or, something that we're missing or something that didn't make sense, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to give my main man Ricky here a good compliment. And don't forget a like and subscribe. See you guys later. Thank you, Ricky. Take care. Bye.
bye.